Yo, what up? My name Derek and I am 17 years old. I represent the Vape Nation and I've been vaping since I was 5. Man, it's so cool. You got clouds going in your face. You got everything. You got flavors. You got cloud production. You got looking like a douchebag. You got sticking it to the man because they don't like it. You got everything. I gotta represent the Vape Nation and tell everyone what I'm out here doing. I'm out here blowing clouds. I'm out here being a nuisance. I'm out here being a fuckboy. I'm out here being everything. I'm out here being myself because I represent the Vape Nation. I think that everybody need to vape. That way our whole atmosphere, see those clouds up there? That's God vaping, bro. That's like someone up there vaping, bro. You don't understand. Y'all, if you hate on vaping, you don't know shit. You don't know shit, bro. You don't know. You don't know. I'm Derek. And I'm a douchebag. And that is what vaping is not really supposed to be about. Derek, what the hell was that? You know, I gotta be myself. I gotta tell them how it is. And you are the problem. What is up, guys? Rebel Beats here, and welcome to another video. I know that wasn't funny, but it was just a dramatic characterization of what vaping is not supposed to be like and what the stereotypical people think about what vaping does to people. Or at least, you know, my experiences with what people have, you know, seen about vaping. But what is up, guys? How y'all doing today? I'm doing just fine. I hope you guys are too. And today I'm going to be talking about one of my passions, which is vaping. And I know it sounds weird that that's one of my passions, but I will explain it in detail. Just let me speak out what I had to say about vaping. Okay, so this is a little better. I still don't really have a best way to actually present this because the thing I have on my camera is actually broken, so that sucks. So this will be halfway like this and halfway with me actually being a handheld camera and everything like that. But like I said, today I'm going to be talking about vaping and why I really started it, why I like it so much, and why I think that it's something that we should all not judge and be like Derek. My terrible characterization. But the reason that I started vaping was to cope with stress before. Now, my first vape experience came from my friend Gavin while his mom had an e-cig. Don't tell. But I remember when vaping was actually starting to come out. Well, e-cigs, not vape. Because vaping was not a thing. It was all e-cigs and or products related to looking and or acting like a cigarette. Not exactly what we know now as vaping. That being said, it does bring up some questions that people have about it, and that's what I want to answer as well. But the reason I started vaping, I remember my friend, who's my sister is with now. He actually introduced me kind of to the vape world whenever it was niche. It was called Vape Masters. I went to one of their shops, and I smelled like candy, cotton candy, and I thought it was interesting, but at the same time, I didn't know very much knowledge about it. My first experience actually with an e-cig was with Gavin's mom's e-cig, which was like vanilla. It was old. It actually looked like a cigarette. Kind of looked like a blue, but it was red. And it's just yeah, it's just, that was my first experience with what it was, because it was cool in my mind at the time. But then, you know, I understood later what it was like. I actually hit my first vape with the same guy who brought me the Vape Masters that one time, just as curiosity. I would not, you know, I would not suggest, you know, vaping unless you are, you know, 18. But I'm just telling you guys my experience with it. That way you guys know what, you know. So my friend had bought a vape from Myrtle Beach, and he had like a sour candy kind of flavor, and I hit the vape and I liked it. It didn't have any nicotine in it, so don't worry about it. But I went back to it a while ago as a way to cope with stress, because I had started smoking cigarettes, and I know that's really bad. But after the breakup, I had started smoking cigarettes because I needed some kind of relief from the stress and anxiety, and I didn't like myself for doing that, but it was like the only outlet I had. And then I bought myself a Smock little pen, and ever since then I really like vaping. You know, ever since back then I liked it too, but now that I started to learn about it and actually get knowledge about it and everything else, I really, really like it. This one I had gotten most recently, but the first one I got was a vape pen. I think I still have the box for it. Hold on. First vape that I got was this, the classic vape pen from Smock. Lasted me about a week before the button broke, so that was fun. But it did help a little bit, and I had finally found out what flavor I like, which is blue raspberry. And it broke because the button that you pushed in like all the way, and that's like the one reason you should not get vapes from eBay, because it's not exactly worth your while. And the second one I got was another vape pen, but it was actually better quality, and I actually have it in my Instagram stories and everything else. So it was like a vape pen. I had like trippy decals, which is it had like rainbowish-esque, and I like that vape pen as well. Unfortunately, the charging port for that one broke, so I had to get rid of that one, unfortunately. But and then I got the one that I have now. I had another one, but that broke too. But I got this one, and it's actually been, other than the tank being messed up because the airflow will not open or close, it's lasted me a long while. And I have to say, this thing is, they don't really sell it anymore. You can find it, but you don't really find it in vape shops anymore. The LED tank's really cool. Vapor production's really good. Flavor's decent. Nothing like an RDA, but the flavor's decent, especially if you have a mesh coil. It's a Baby Beast tank. Baby Beast tank. If you guys want to know what this is a S-Priv, 225 watts. Do not have all the stats, but I'm sure you can look it up. It has a LED. You can, you know, control the voltage. A little battery up there. It is batteries. It does have batteries because this is an older model, but because they have the X-Priv now, which is not exactly the same, but it's not terrible either. But this thing has actually lasted me a really long time, that I've dropped it so many times that I'm surprised it hasn't broken completely on me yet. And right now the juice that I'm using is sour raspberry, or antimatter, which is what the name is. But yeah, that was just my experience. It helps me relieve stress without the need of cigarettes, tar, and I'll get into that in a second. But it helps me with stress. It really does kind of lull me into, you know, security. just the clouds that form from it, the taste, the nicotine, everything about it I like. And I know a lot about, you know, the batteries. I know a lot about mods and a lot about tanks that I will share in future references. But as of right now, I just kind of want to go over the stigma behind it and who actually uses vapes as of what people want to say use vapes. Not all of us are like Derek. Not all vape users are like my terrible character portrayal that I put in the beginning of the video. Not all of us are douchebags and F-boys and just, you know, rag on about Vape Nation or whatever the hell Vape Nation even is. It's actually a really good alternative to smoking cigarettes and a hobby that has become more accepted, but at the same time it should be left to people that are of age, not kids. I cannot stress that enough. Do not vape if you are under the age of 18, or at least under the age of like 16, because it is very addictive, and if you're not careful with it, it can get you in really big trouble. But you know, but the stigma behind it is that this right here is no better for you than smoking cigarettes, which is by far the worst lie that you can hear. Yes, it does have nicotine. Nicotine itself is not a harmful chemical. Nicotine is a very addictive chemical, but it has no health defects to you. You can be very addicted to it. You can have very bad headaches from not having nicotine and everything. And the worst thing that it can do is make you aggressive because you're pissed off that you don't have nicotine. That is like the legitimate only thing that happens. Now, of course, there's always saying that you'll get popcorn lung, wet lung, which is not true and has not been proven. Basically, this is glycerin. It is not water, so it's not like you're inhaling water. It's glycerin, so it produces a soft cloud of vapor, kind of like if you're in, not exactly, but if you're in a shower and you see mist and stuff like that, that's pretty much it. And you can breathe that in. It's actually really good for you, showers wise. You know, breathing in the mist and kind of goes through and hydrates, kind of you know, hydrates you. Not saying that's the same for vaping, but I'm just saying it's just mist. Same with this. It is flavored mist. That is all it is, with nicotine in it, if you so please. But they do have vape juices that do not have nicotine, that if you just want the effects of having clouds come from it. But this is definitely a better alternative than cigarettes, because cigarettes have combustion. When you light up a cigarette, the flame is burning paper, and you are inhaling burning paper. And you know, the tar from the tobacco is going into your lungs, and it's not good. Plus, like, the 16 other chemicals that they put into cigarettes is not good. With vape juice, it is glycerin and flavoring and nicotine, and that is about it. They take the nicotine from tobacco, dilute it, and put it into vape juice. That is it. Like I said, nicotine itself is not harmful to you whatsoever. And of course, there is a heater in this that heats up the coil, but that itself is not doing anything to you. It is just vaporizing the juice. And do not drink the juice, though. If you drink the juice, yes, you will have a problem. And you should definitely keep away from kids. Because if you drink nicotine, it is very harmful and could lead to very ill, like being very ill or death. In children. So that's why most vapes have, vape juices have kind of like medicine caps where it's childproof. And it's very, very useful. And just keep away from children, and I can tell you this, a lot better in the long run. A lot better. Because you can get juices about this big. About that big. About that big around. 100 milliliter bottles usually cost the $20 to $30, but that will last you a month to 2 months, depending on how much you vape. It'll last you a month to 2 months, and they have littler ones, which, you know, will last you about a month if you use it sparingly, or a week if you're like me. But I have to say, there is nothing really you can say about vaping that is very harmful to you. You shouldn't do it unless you're of age, but it is not worse and it is not better than cigarettes at all because it's still addictive. But I heard that it can bring down your immune system. That's not proven or true. I will let you know if that is true or proven, but it does not. The only thing I know about it is if you're congested, it'll make you cough. That's about it. But yeah, everything makes you cough when you're congested. That's pretty much it. Really, there is no evidence to say that this has any bad effects on you, and there is no evidence that says it doesn't. But I can tell you 100% that vaping is the way to go besides smoking. And there are testimonies from hundreds and hundreds of smokers that say vaping has got them off of cigarettes, and that is the goal. You don't have to keep vaping if you don't want to. Basically, vaping is for smokers to stop, to get something else and then stop smoking. Or they can keep vaping if they so choose, as it is a hobby. But, you know, with all the stigma behind it, I figured I would, you know, let you all know. And I'm willing to do my research on it. And of course, I'm going to be going to a vape shop so I can get a job there as well. Because I know a lot about RDAs and basically sub-ohm mods, and something I'm passionate about. But, you know, my experience was coping with stress and not wanting to blow my brains out. And I just do it as a hobby because it's something enjoyable for me, at least, and something that I like. And, you know, I do my research on it all the time. It's not like I'm not doing research on it. But in the long run, I have to say vaping is a lot better than smoking. Because I don't even like cigarettes. Honestly, I smoked, but I don't like cigarettes. Made me feel dirty, and I've had family members who have gotten cancer and shit like that, and it's not for me, fam. But that's gonna do it for me. I just figured I would make this little video because, you know, just talking about it, because I know people might have been wondering. But hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys learned something. And if you are of age, if you are thinking about getting a vape, I would say that it's up to you. Don't let anyone else scare you about it, and don't be a Derek. Because the vaping community are a bunch of good, willing people who just have a hobby and something that we like, and is something that we're passionate about. It's hard to explain. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Comment and subscribe if you guys enjoyed, and, you know, thumbs up for more videos about vaping, because I would love to do it. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later.